Good morning, you guys. It is 6:02. I have 38 minutes until sunset, and I'm not feeling life right now. I gotta go. I just don't feel it. Just don't feel it. Hola, mi gente. ¿Cómo estás? Today is Thursday, the 2nd, and let me tell you about the universe, okay? Shout out to Kendall. We were texting early this morning and we ended up on a call, and the universe confirms. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just absolutely positively love that woman, and we have never met in person, but all the connection, all the feels are there. And I just want to thank you so much for all your kind words. Like, she had me in my feelings this morning, and I don't know how many times I cried. We did 2.5 miles together, and oh my goodness, like, I love her so much. I can't wait to see her in person and smush her and hug her and never let her go. And I'm just excited. There's so many things that are coming ahead in her life that I'm excited to see. I have to wait and I have to be patient, and anybody that knows me knows I'm not patient, so it's going to be difficult, but it's going to be well worth the wait, and these new chapters and these new journeys that we're sharing together. And I just love life right now, and I love Kendall. And Kendall, I fuck with you so much. Like, we made a schedule. Like, she's a dope human being, and I love her. I love her so much, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait, and I'm trying to be patient. And she just told me, and are y'all seeing my dog poop? Oh my god, like, listen. But yeah, I just showered and feel good. The day's starting off great just based off of that phone call. I just know today is going to be great. I am manifesting great things, and I've manifested something yesterday that I wish I didn't. And so I'm gonna focus my energy on positive manifestation before, here I am, because TMI Tori, I'm just gonna tell y'all. So my dog has bilateral ear infection, right? And I was like, telling my daughter, like, what if he shakes it so much that it comes out of his ear? So we're in my room, like 3 hours later. I don't know how many hours. Time is not real to me anymore. And so I go sit down in my, laboratory chair. I was about to work, and then me and Kimon are just shooting the shit. The dog's shaking his ear, and I'm like, yeah, he still hasn't got used to the medication. It's only been a couple days. And yeah, he shakes his head, something comes flying out, and it lands right on my lap, and it's the packing with the medication for his ear. So it was gross, but what was even grosser is that I smelled it, because I was just like, what does this medication smell like? Yeah, it didn't smell like anything, just an FYI, the packing medication had no smell. But yeah, that was what happened. I don't know. My daughter was grossed out, and y'all are gonna be grossed out too, but I don't know. Yeah. I picked it up in a tissue, and I was like, does this have a smell? And it didn't. But okay, you can't see him. So anyways, yeah, the universe provided me with confirmation to that I'm doing the right things in life, and the confirmation came through Kendall, and I appreciate it. So I just really want to tell you I appreciate you, and my heart is like fluttering. It just feels nice. I'm trying not to cry, because it's like, I don't know, but I love her, and I love the people that I have in my life. And like I said, my daughter brought me to this platform, and I'm eternally grateful for that, because if I hadn't come to this platform, I wouldn't have met some of the amazing people that I've met, and I am so eternally grateful. I just, honestly, I never want to lose sight of why I started this, which I wasn't sure at first. but I just never want to lose sight of how much I love you guys, and how much you mean to me, and how much you motivate me, and all that good stuff. It's just, like I said, reaching one person to me is just the ultimate goal, because if I can make any one person feel good, or feel like they connected with me, it makes me feel good. And getting that confirmation from Kendall today that she feels me on like multiple levels is amazing. I don't know, I want to share something about her channel, but I don't want to tell her business. but I just can't wait for her to return. I just get too excited. So yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait. But anyways, today is no different than any other day. I will be working, taking care of the... Is he choking? Taking care of the... Okay, clearly not. Taking care of the dog and probably dancing from my chair, because that's what I do while I'm working. I don't know how to sit still very long. Like right now I have my hands in my pockets so that I'm not like moving around a lot, and I have to do little shit like that just to like keep myself from fidgeting. But I don't know. I don't think I have ADHD. I just feel like I just need to move. But Kendall, one day we're gonna have a FaceTime margarita or something, or at least Patron shots. You have to have Patron though. I'm just kidding. You can have whatever you want. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just kidding. You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you like, but we're gonna do it on FaceTime. And yeah, so they're starting the workout here, doing their bug bizzle. They cleared out a lot of stuff, but still, it's here, okay? But I'm happy for it on one end because it brings the butterflies here, and because I plucked the weeds out of my backyard, they do come through, but they're like passing by. We don't have the same relationship without the weeds. I just have to find a plant that I can still see hummingbirds and butterflies with, but not flies, because the flies are driving me absolutely batshit crazy. And I don't ever remember a year out here since I've been here that I've ever had a fly infestation the way that I've had these ones. But I've also never had these plants growing. Like every year they mutate into different things, and so they do have like these plants around here, but they weren't here. Those flowers, they weren't here before. And see this one right here, like those are the ones that bring, well, they bring caterpillars, but they also bring, bruh, that's my chair. He's wiping his ass on my chair like it's damn toilet paper. You good? Sometimes things dogs do are like really gross. I'm just gonna put it out there. I love him, but he's like really gross. So I don't know what I was saying because I got distracted by this motherfucker. Wolf, you made me lose my thought now. I know it has something to do with plants, but anyways, these plants weren't growing here before, and so now, shit, scared me. I thought it was a bug and it was dirt. Oh god, my heart is beating so fast. The creatures that are out here, I can't recognize them, so don't. No. I'm not sure. Okay, so yeah, the fly infestation, it's been real. It's just really been different for me, and these plants are like where they buzz around, and then when I come outside they come for me. And then I didn't know until I started researching flies that they're biting flies. Like there's flies that actually bite you, so I just feel like maybe these are the flies. And I don't know if these two are like having sex or what, but there's some fly porn going on right here. They look connected. They look, yeah, they look like they're connected. There's two. Had to infringe on it, you know, but they were just sitting here, and I felt like they wanted me to see what they were doing. They're procreating in my backyard, so there'll be even more flies in the future. They look normal size, but I don't know if they grow up to be these big ginormous ones you hear in the video, because I can actually hear them while I'm editing, which is so fucking weird. But yeah, but I can't be anywhere other than outside. Like I love outside more. I love outside more to vlog. I love outside more for the sky. You know what I mean? I just like to be plugged into nature. So coming outside gives me that connection. But with all the noise and commotion that's going on outside these days, I kind of tone it down, because all the places that I would leave this area to go vlog elsewhere are now no longer available to me, because they took all my dead end signs. They don't care. They don't give a fuck about me. All I want to say is that they don't give a fuck about me. They really don't. I mean, this is money for them, and get money, because this town needs it. When you see how, like, city, town, or whatever is living, you realize, like, how important taxes are. And you're like, oh my god, we must pay our taxes. Otherwise, we're in a heap of trouble. So taxes are important, you guys. They help out your city. But small businesses, I'm always going to promote small business. Is the best way to go, because that is what funnels back into the economy. So while we do need our big, huge box stores or whatever, they typically are not giving money to your community. So think small business. If you can shop small, please do so, because you're not only helping that small business owner, but you're also helping your community. And that will be my business spotlight of the day. It's a more personal experience when I do shop small. Like, they give you the little hand notes that I just adore. I am a person that loves letters still. Like, all the stuff that my grandma told me, because she always had me write letters when I was younger, and she, as I grew up, she was like, you know what I really miss from you is letters. Once you were able to start calling me on your own, you stopped writing me letters, and I miss your letters. So I would write her letters and tell her all the things that were going on, and she just loved letters. And when I had went out there the last time before, she showed me that she still had all my letters, and to me that means a great deal, because, you know, I mean, I'm special. But I still love a handwritten letter, because that means the person actually, like, took the time out, and they, like, sat down and really, like, thought about what they were gonna say to you and put pen to paper. And I love it. I love everything about that. It's great. And I don't see people's handwriting anymore. Like, I don't even know. Like, I went to go do my notarized, because you have to get your notary license notarized, obviously. So I went to go do that, and the lady was like, oh my gosh, your handwriting, you know, I love your handwriting. And I was like, oh, thank you. And you don't realize that you don't really see people's handwriting. She liked my signature. She just was liking everything, and I was just like, oh my god, thank you so much. You just don't take into account these things. She told me about her name on her stamper, which is the same on my stamper. It does have my full name on it. So when I notarize, it does have my full name, which, didn't think about that. I wonder if I can order a different one, or just my initial at least. But yeah, new things popping, y'all. I'm just excited, like, the next chapter of my life. And that's what we were, like, really talking about, is chapters in our lives, because as we're transitioning, you know, you're closing out one chapter, one cycle, and you're going into the next, and there's just a whole bunch of possibility. There's, like, a whole bunch of feelings, because you're like, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm scared, I'm excited. Like, it's just so many things that come on with transitioning to another part of your life, and you don't know how to process all of your feelings. So I just cry. But no, I get really excited thinking about the future. And now that I know that one of my sisters, one of my best friends, one of the loves of my life is transitioning into something where she's going into a better space too, it just gives me all that much more hope and motivation for me. I love hearing about people winning, because it's motivation for you to pour into yourself too, while pouring into them. And I just, like, everything that she's manifesting and wanting for herself, I want her to get all that, then some, more, extra, sprinkles on top, whipped cream, all that shit. So I just love when people win. And flies are coming. I want everybody around me to win, and that's the thing. Even people that I don't fuck with, I want them to win. I want them to get the best, absolutely best out of life each and every time you can, because Um, well, what's it gonna do for me to wish ill on somebody anyways? Like, honestly, what do I get from it? Like, oh my god, I hope you die. And what is that gonna do? Or like, if I stop talking to somebody, hoping bad and wishing bad upon them, honestly, what does that do for me? And what kind of energy is that sending out into the universe for me? So I just want everybody to win, because I think maybe sometimes people get so beat down by life, that's why they act the way that they do. You know what I mean? Maybe sometimes things don't go their way so often that they do end up having a negative outlook. I can understand like a lot of bad things happening and changing the way you view things. I can see that happening for people, because you're just like, why even bother at this point? Although I've been beat down by life, I always think, you know, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. There's always something to look forward to, whether it is big or small, because you don't know. Why do you think I like take such pleasure in such little things? Because that's where it started from. Because I had to look at these little things to appreciate when bigger things would happen. So the sky, butterflies. I'm scared of dragonflies lightweight because they come in a little too hot. You know what I'm saying? They're like a little too hot when they come in. They come in and they act like they own the place, and they just, I don't know if they can see. I'm gonna look that up. I don't know if they're going by by sight or if they are going by feelings, but they get a little too close, and I'm like, they're a little loud and buzzy, but they only bring good things. So everything that I've seen from butterflies, which I already knew were about transformation, come on, yo, caterpillars, obviously that is the transformation for the butterfly, and a moth as well, I guess. Well, I don't know why I never considered that. But and dragonflies, frogs, and all the things I've been seeing, they've all been about transformation. So I know in the grand scheme of things, the universe is speaking to me because I am fully aware of all these things. Like, you know, I know most people probably would look by and they're like, oh my god, they don't care about a butterfly or a dragonfly or a government bird that hasn't come back to my property yet. They don't care about that stuff. People don't look at the sun and think, oh my god, that is so amazing and so beautiful, and stop and like really take it in, because this is something that happens every day, right? You can see a butterfly. Well, I can't. Like, the butterfly thing is fairly new, so this is like something that I really like, these, the beautiful insects that I'm not scared of. And I'm not saying I want them to die, the ones that I don't know. I just don't want them to do things to me. But people take advantage of things because they feel that they will always be here. But for me, I know that these things are not always going to be here. So I take these things very seriously when I look at the sky, when I look at a butterfly, when I look at anything nature related. I realize when I came to the desert, like, yo, this stuff is not always available to you. So when I used to take a look at oceans and waters and beaches and shit in San Diego, and those were the things that I took in, when I came here, obviously they weren't here. So then the sky became the focus, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. And then I'm like, people go by the sky every day and they don't even care. Me and Kimano were outside and there was a helicopter, and it was going by the little peak of sun that they had. Like the sun, I'll have to insert the picture so you can see what it looked like, because y'all know I got a picture. But there was like a little hole of the sun peeking out through all these big storm clouds, and there was a rainbow too, and I love it. Anyways, so I was like, this person probably flies the helicopter on a pretty regular basis, right? So they go by sunsets and sunrises so often that it doesn't even faze them. They're just like, and whatever. But for me, if I were up there, I would be like, dang, it feels like so close that you can touch it, you know? It feels so close that you can grab it. And I would want to take in all of that stuff, which is why I wanted to go in a hot air balloon, because I just want to feel that, you know? A sunset hot air balloon ride would just be so amazing, just to take that in and breathe in the beauty of it. And it's just those little things that we take for granted that lead you to the bigger things. So I always try to take in all the little things, because at one point that's all I had to look forward to, because home life was trash and things that I was going through mentally, and it just was, there was nothing really that I was looking forward to at one point in my life. So did a bug go down my pants, y'all? I feel weird. Oh my god, I'm digging down. I mean, not that, like, just gonna make sure. Just gonna make sure I wasn't like touching my physical ass, but it's my ass to touch, and I just cleaned it, so it's fine. But you know, I always try to take like into consideration that things could also have, it touched me, and I feel like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Things can be a lot worse, and depending on how you look at life, I don't know how to explain it, and I don't want it to sound like, oh my gosh, you know, but we have the ability to to change our outlook on things, and even in our darkest hours. But sometimes it's hard, right? Because you're just so focused on what is in front of you, which is all the negativity at that time, and it's always bad and darkness and things that you are not happy about, and then your outlook turns into that, right? But we also have the ability to be like, this is an opportunity for change, this is an opportunity for growth. If we're mad uncomfortable, this is the best time for growth, right? Is because we're so uncomfortable. It's like it's so wrong that it's right. That's how I look at growth, because it will feel so bad, so awful, that you know it's the right thing to be doing in that moment. So, hey boo, you wanna go inside? Because I think I am, because these bugs, yo. I'm gonna eat a grapefruit today. Had to come in, and Wolf didn't want to eat until I was back here listening to him chomp on his food. So listen, you guys, yesterday I bought this gum. This gum, and it's because, why this right here, it said I had a chance to win VIP to go to the NBA, and I was trying to get tickets for the start of the season. So, but if I can get VIP for free, okay. I mean, the tickets weren't that expensive. Even the ones in the front weren't that expensive, but I'm trying to see like who I want to see play. So yeah, I was a little disappointed at how things played out in the finals, but it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Usually I watched on the collegiate level, so my team was North Carolina, and on the NBA level I just watched for the pure competitiveness of it all, but I do need to pick a team. So my mom's team was the Suns coming up, and so I rocked with the Suns a lot myself. I wouldn't necessarily call it my team, but I'm just gonna, for the sake of how I used to watch it, I'm gonna have it as my team, okay? And that and the Lakers, I like them both. So got these earrings at Walmart yesterday. They're cute. They're hypoallergenic, and I like those. And I got these as well. And I don't usually like small earrings, so I'm gonna test it out and see, just because of these things at the bottom, and then regular gold hoops, because I lost my mom's other gold hoop that I stole from her. Is it karma? Probably. So if it feels wrong, then it's probably right, and not like in a negative way. But if you're feeling like really antsy, your spirit is feeling worked up, and not in a negative way, but you're just feeling uncomfortable as you're trying to shift and trying to move into a new version of yourself, then you know you're heading in the right direction, because you're not ever going to feel just content when you're elevating. You're gonna feel really like, oh my gosh, you know. And there's times for me that I go back and forth between like, oh my gosh, this is really uncomfortable, I don't feel good, and I know it's right, but I need to keep pressing forward, to like, let me pull back, this is like too uncomfortable, like, oh my god. So I go back and forth between those things, and like I said, I'm trying to be true to myself and my emotions at all times, even if another person doesn't reciprocate my emotion and on that level, or they don't receive the message that I'm giving to them. At least I speak my truth, right? So I want to always stay in that moment and speak my truth, because at least I know I did that, right? Because I used to hold back my emotions a lot, and I think that caused a lot of problems for me too, not being able to express anything, whether it be positive, whether it be negative. Having a hard time expressing myself due to, you know, obviously children back in the day, under people that are from a different generation, understand about the silence that is created when we were children. You're just like, you had to be seen and not heard, and I carry that throughout my life. So don't want to rock a boat, I don't want to say anything, right? And then you think about other people's feelings, right? And you're like, I don't want to hurt their feelings, even though that's not your intention, but you feel like what message you're about to send is going to hurt somebody's feelings, even though it might not be that way. So I just always try to now move with intention when it comes to my feelings, because I want to make sure that people at least, and then please ask for clarity if something seems off or something, like, oh, well, this is how I took it, because somebody can receive a message that you feel like you're delivering clearly different, and then they're like, I didn't like hear it like that, what I heard was X, Y, and Z. But anyways, you guys, I'm rambling about nothing at this point, and I love the shit out of all of you guys. I appreciate all you guys can tell. Thank you so much again for that talk. It just means so much to me, and you gave me validation that I didn't even know I needed until I got it. It really made me really, I don't want to get emotional. It really made me happy, and I love you, and I'm rooting for you, and if you ever need me for anything, I'm here. But I'm gonna let y'all go. If something exciting happens, I will update you. I can't really see much happening today, only based on the fact that I'm just working. And I gotta go out there because I heard something like crash and fall, and I think it was my little fruit stand. So, and I gotta put ice in my water, and I gotta try to like tackle this gallon today. That's like the goal. I've been doing like maybe half a gallon, but I gotta get that gallon down. It's just that it's like I get so full. But anyways, I love you guys. I'm gonna devour this grapefruit, and then I'm going to log into work, and I will see you guys in a bit. I love you.